walking people out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Friday Night Showdown. The lights are out and there is a casket on the stage. We don't really know what's going on here. What?
I have no words, Brett. I have no words.
Well, this is Friday Night Showdown. I'm joined tonight by Sigma. And, oh my goodness.
I see.
The casket on the stage has just opened up.
How long has he
And
been in
out,
there?
out crawls Edward Crowley.
I don't know. I've been in the ring with this man. Obviously, he's been trying it on with you, Brett. I've been in the ring with him. Your brothers both have been in the ring with him. He's a very intimidating man. It's not just looks, Brett. When you're in the ring with him, there's something different. So much smoke.
There is. I don't even know what to say. Edward Crowley just came out of a casket on the middle of the stage.
I mean, what a way to start the show, I guess. I wouldn't say it's a very warm reception. Very brave of Gary to give him that microphone. I wouldn't be getting in the ring if I was Gary.
I brought that. Let me explain. That is the energy from me walking up of Jonathan Sedgwick's grave tomorrow night at WrestleBration. And I know you can all feel it. So I know you know it's real. And none of you know how real that is, apart from Jonathan Sedgwick himself. You so bad. You so bad. You so bad. The more you chat like that, the less time you're going to get educated by me. I've destroyed Jonathan Sedgwick's family. And tomorrow night, I bury him. I bury him. The grave has no fear for me. I don't have fear. I am the fear. And I know you feel it, Jonathan. I know it's real. It's here. It's almost time.
I mean, those were some very strong words directed to your father. I mean, you've got to feel some sort of way about that.
Well, obviously, Crowley just referenced the casket match, which will take place tomorrow night at WrestleBration.
Not this
himself and Jonathan Sedgwick. But now
It's a very odd pairing, isn't it, Brett? Edward Crowley and Dylan Chase.
But at least now we can get on with our opening contest.
That would explain the smoke.
Jason runs a place.
Okay.
Your opening contest is set for one fall, and it is a tag team match. Making his way to the ring, he is one half of the UKW Tag Team Champions, representing the firing squad, Dylan Chase. And his tag team partner, Edward Crowley.
It's very strange of him to be be trying to get reps in with Edward Crowley when tomorrow night he's teaming with Tyler in a TLC tag match. I'm just saying.
And their opponent, Jonathan Sedgwick.
Well, Jonathan came out, stared down that open casket, which we saw Edward Crowley crawl out of.
Here's the man who's going to face Alex Gunn at Restoration.
And his tag team partner, the around-the-clock champion, Red Rocco.
We get a really nice preview of Restoration here. We've got 3 different people in 3 different matches. Dylan Chase in the TLC, Edward Crowley and Jonathan Sedgwick in the casket match. And we get to see Red Rocco in action before his match against Alex Gunn. Do you think Rocco is going to be the man to pin Alex Gunn?
He could very well possibly be. I mean, I think half of the crowd here tonight and most of the people watching at home would possibly say yes. But we will find out tomorrow night.
Somehow Chase seems very comfortable to be with Crowley. I don't think...
Probably because he knows that Crowley knows they're on the same team tonight.
But are they?
Well, in the tag team match they are. Whether they're on the same page or not is a different thing.
It's very unusual to see Dylan Chase without Tyler. It's really unusual.
Well, tonight Dylan Chase teams with Edward Crowley to face the team of Jonathan Sedgwick and the around-the-clock champion Red Rocco. Obviously tomorrow night, Restoration 16, Jonathan Sedgwick, Edward Crowley will face each other in the casket match. Dylan Chase will defend the tag team championships in a fatal 4-way TLC match, and Red Rocco will defend the around-the-clock championship against Alex Gunn. So we are here on the way, opening contest on Friday Night Showdown, tag team match. Dylan Chase telling Jonathan Sedgwick, get your tag partner in. He wants to go in the ring with the round-the-clock champion, Red Rocco.
Dylan Chase is trying to run away from Jonathan Sedgwick. I mean, that's what it appears to me. But of course, Rocco's going to take the challenge.
Indeed, Dylan Chase wants to start things off with the round-the-clock champion. Jonathan Sedgwick gives him that wish.
If we remember back when the Firing Squad first won the titles, unfortunately, off of the Breaking Bone Studios, they ran into a bit of trouble with Jonathan and Brocco. Did they not? So I think Brocco will have fun with Dylan Chase tonight. And I'm sure, in the same respect, Jonathan's going to love to get his hands on Edwards. That's if he can.
That's if he can, yeah. Well, like you said, when Firing Squad first won the tag titles, they faced Jonathan Sedgwick and Red Rocco, and they did in fact retain the tag titles against them. Dylan Chase missing the drop kick now though.
As much as I do have a bit of taste in my mouth because we are the ones that took it from, you've got to have respect for the Firing Squad. They've held the titles, they've kept them up until now, and they've done a good job with them as well.
They have indeed. And tomorrow night, Restoration 16, fatal 4-way TLC match. The Firing Squad, the Breaking Bone Studios, 21 Union, and Mustafa Khan and Bookshop Buckley. Fatal 4-way TLC match for them tag team championships. But Rocco sends Chase to his corner now.
Very good work keeping Chase in their corner.
Tags in Jonathan. Double team coming up now against Dylan Chase. Hitting that double back elbow.
Big double back elbow. The elbow drop.
1 count. Dylan Chase not done yet.
Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot more to put Chase down.
Indeed it will. Dylan Chase trying to fight back. Jonathan Sedgwick doesn't give him time.
They're keeping really good control in this match.
They are indeed. Well, look who's across the ring. They know full well who Dylan Chase's tag team partner is.
You're going to want to keep him out at all costs.
He's just crawled out of a casket to open Showdown here.
How long was he in there? I want to know how long he was in there, because that casket was there when I walked in.
well, last time he was here in the building, the casket wasn't there, and then when we opened the doors earlier and came in,
Did he bring it in
it
himself?
had appeared. So,
Big kick out from Dylan Chase. There's a rose in there, how lovely. A man of taste. Big slap from Brocco. Dylan's yet to fight back in this match. I spoke a little bit too soon. Getting some good offense on Brocco.
Chase sends Brocco to the corner now.
Nasty buckle into the corner.
In for that big splash comes Chase. One more time he chants. Are you going to see one more time? But Brocco,
Nice move from
reversing.
Brocco. Really creative pin, but it didn't get the job done. It's great ring awareness from Brocco. He's obviously a veteran in the game.
And to be fair, we are yet to see Edward Crowley step in the ring for the match.
Well, like we said, they're going to want to try and keep him out as much as possible.
Indeed.
But I don't think it'll be long until Jonathan wants to get his hands on him.
Well, Dylan Chase has managed to get the upper hand on Red Brocco now. Big boot straight to the face of the around the clock champion. Into the cover goes Chase now. But that is not enough to keep Brocco down.
Dylan Chase is in control now. It's a good opportunity to study Dylan Chase. I mean, to be fair, there's not much studying you can do for a TLC match, is there? Ooh. Big double clothesline, it sends them both down. Do you think Chase is going to try and make the tag to Crowley?
Well, with the amount of time Dylan Chase has been in this match, the amount of punishment he has took, Edward Crowley has not stepped in the ring once yet. He is the fresher man
He's
between the
going
two.
for it. Jonathan's about to get in too.
Brocco tags Jonathan.
Of course. Of course.
And Jonathan takes Dylan Chase down with two clotheslines out into a black elbow. Atomic drop to Dylan Chase. Comes in with a reverse atomic drop as well. Hits that rope, does Jonathan. Comes back in with that huge clothesline.
Dylan Chase is very loyal to the firing squad, but this is where the loyalty kills him. As much as I am a little biased towards Jonathan and Brocco, it would have been a great move to get Crowley in at this point. Because he's taken so much and now he's taking even more.
But every time Dylan Chase gets put on the floor for Jonathan Cedric, he stares at Edward Crowley. He stares down the man he faces in that casket match tomorrow night, the WrestleBration.
He's giving Crowley a front row seat of the punishment that he's going to take, and he's setting up for that super kick. Is Chase going to weasel his way out?
Spins that super kick away, does Dylan Chase.
Bad
Sending
move,
him
whipping
to
him
the
back
corner
into his
with
own
Brocco.
corner. But he takes Brocco down. What's he going for here? He's sitting him up. Brocco's getting in the ring.
Well, I believe Gary called a tag.
Did he call the tag?
I don't know. Wait a minute. Dylan Chase with his sunset flip bomb to Brocco.
Jonathan managed to evade it though. He might eat a super kick here.
But Dylan
Are we
Chase,
gonna see it?
Dylan Chase doesn't know Jonathan
Big
stand up out the
super
way.
kick on Dylan Chase.
Super kick indeed.
And he stares down Crowley. As he gets the pin, Crowley not even stepping foot in the match. That's
Well, Jonathan Cedric, Red Brocco picking up the win. Jonathan pinned Dylan Chase, stares down Edward Crowley whilst he does it.
I'd say that's a big statement from Jonathan going into British.
Here are your winners. The two more. Red Brocco and Jonathan Sedgwick.
It's not a good look for Chase or Crowley to be eating a loss here tonight, especially going into two really big matches at WrestleBration. That's going to affect both of them. Crowley, I don't know what goes on in Crowley's head. might get to chase.
Well, Crowley crawled out of a casket, went, stood on the apron, and he has not moved off of the apron since.
It seems the mind games aren't working for Jonathan anymore. Jonathan's clear set on putting Crowley in that casket.
Well, tomorrow night, Restoration 16, Jonathan Sedgwick versus Edward Crowley in a casket match. We'll also see Red Rocco defend the Around the Clock Championship against Alex Good, and then Dylan Chase will defend the Tag Team Championships in a fatal 4-way TLC match with Tyler Tarantino to take on yourself and Cliff Harrison, the Breaking Point Studios, Mustafa Khan and Bookshop Ugly,
What happened, man?
and also Joe Sedgwick and Sebastian Mercer, 21 Union. Edward Crowley now back on the stage.
That kid is
Staring down.
very, very brave to be saying that to Edward Crowley. Look at the smirk on his face.
I gotta say, I'm glad I didn't get choked this time.
I mean,
The last time I was on this
I can't
commentary,
promise I would have helped you, Brett. I know we've got history, but I can't promise. Gary's not going to be able to carry that on his own.
nah, Gary's trying
Very smart man. Gary!
to sort the casket out, make sure Edward Crowley does not come back, because we do not want that guy crawling back out for the remainder of the show.
You know what else is tomorrow, Brett?
What
The
is?
dream ticket is on the line in a let me at 'em match, and I've got experience in a let me at 'em match. I came out on the short straw. I got eliminated first, but it's a very complicated match to be in. It's a very, very complicated match to be in, and you've got a big lineup. We've seen a different side to CJ. We've seen a different side to Remus Kane, obviously reintroducing himself to UKW. We've got the Yorkshiremen, everyone, and their mum is behind Yorkshiremen. Everyone. And we've got the
Everybody is.
debuting KT Golds. That is going to be interesting.
do
That's
indeed.
going to be very, very interesting.
Oh,
Madness
don't
Malik.
forget Madness Malik.
Madness Malik.
Malik also. And
Very interesting way to get into the match.
indeed.
I mean, it seemed like Evan threw that out the window, but Evan's got bigger things to worry about. He's got bigger fish to fry when Sketch puts his career on the line.
Indeed. Every night we'll take on Sketch tomorrow night with Sketch's career on the line. Obviously, Evan wasn't happy that Sketch took the Around the Clock Championship from him a few months back, ending his historic 460 some day reign.
I try not to be biased, but I would hate to see Sketch go. I mean, Sketch is really popular with the fans, and he's made a name for himself here. He's a former Around the Clock champion. I mean, he broke the sound system when he won it.
He did
It was
indeed.
a
Sketch
very
is-
crazy night.
Sketch is one of UKW's
Homegrown talents
biggest
as well.
biggest.
I went
loved
through the
stars.
academy with him. You went through the academy with him. We know what he's
Did
capable of, and I can see him pulling it out of the bag at Restoration.
Well, we can only hope so. But that all happens tomorrow night, Restoration 16.
He's also got a very big match at hand. The current dream ticket holder is cashing it in the main event of Restoration against the world heavyweight champion, raised by frickin' bulls, Johan Hunt.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring the UKW World Champion, Johan Hunt.
He's been a very dominant champion. If I'm not wrong, he won that championship at Hollow Ground last year, and we are edging very close to Hollow Ground again. Almost a year as champion.
Almost indeed. Well, last time Johan Hunt was on the commentary desk, we said people might not like the way he does it, but he has proven time and time again he deserves the title. He shows up, he shows out, he gets the job done, and he is still the World Heavyweight Champion.
I grit my teeth when I say this, but what gets the job done gets the job done, and Johan got the job done. They're chanting Wonder Woman.
They are.
We're not going to do this again. You're going to shut your mouth. You're going to listen to what I have to say. You're going to smile and like it.
Again, not a warm reception.
Shut your mouth or we're going to be here until the next ice age.
Till the next ice age.
We are less than 24 hours away from the has ever seen WrestleBration. And you want to know why it's going to be the greatest WrestleBration of all time? I'll get to JPR in a moment. Shut your mouth, I'm not done yet. It's going to be the greatest WrestleBration because after tomorrow, this company has 2 less people to worry about. This is going to be the last time you're ever going to see JPR in this ring. This is going to be the career versus title match. And it's going to be the last time you ever see Sketch in this ring. Because every night is going to end his career, just exactly like I'm going to do with JPR. But Evan is more than capable to deal with Brexit wannabe. I'm here to talk about JPR. You see, I could have been anywhere right now. I could have been at home, watching the show, keep myself fresh, maybe even have a drink, sandwich, whatever. But I'm here. Do you want to know who is not here tonight? Are you going to say, or do you want me to say it? Someone said JPR, and you're absolutely correct. JPR is not here tonight, and I'm actually surprised. The reason why I'm surprised, because this will have been the very last Friday Night Showdown ever for JPR. So there's only 2 reasons why he's not here. He's either overly confident that he's going to beat me, which makes him stupid, not surprised. Or he just doesn't care about any of you. And that kind of proves my point. Now, do you believe JPR can actually beat me tomorrow night? It just didn't sound convincing. I think you want JPR to beat me tomorrow night. You actually don't believe it. You see, career versus title match. And I have a history making people disappear. Ask Gabe and Carlisle. Oh. After I took Spelt off his hands, no one has ever seen him again. And the same thing is going to happen with JPR. And you see people, they all come down to this ring and they all say they are willing to do whatever it takes. No, they are not. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And after tomorrow, JPR, I hope you're watching. I hope anyone watching online, and I hope you idiots are listening in the audience right now. Shut your mouth, I'm talking. JPR, when I end your career, you have to watch your kids ask you, why are you not wrestling in this ring again? And you have to tell them, because the greatest world champion of all time ended your career.
Those are very strong words from Johan. Bringing JPR's kids into it.
Obviously, tomorrow night, WrestleBration 16, Johan Hunt will defend the UKW World Championship against the Dream Ticket winner, JPR, in the main event. Johan Hunt talks about JPR not being here tonight, which could possibly mean he is overconfident, but Johan Hunt also seems very confident, very overconfident that he will defeat JPR tomorrow night.
But how can you not be when you've been such a dominant champion for that long? He's taken out names like Joe Sedgwick and Danny Missing.
He is based on the best UKW has to offer, and he still stands here.
He's not
as
standing on
UKW
empty
champion.
words. He's very right in what he's saying. He'll do what it takes. But it's JPR will do the same. Because we know Johan's not going to go in with his hands clean. You've got to worry about the Empire. There's a lot to worry about with Johan.
These guys are just trying to bet everyone. But anyways, that comes your way tomorrow night, Restoration 16. Let's get underway with our next match on Friday Night Showdown.
Your next match is a singles match set for 1 fall.
Well, obviously we talked about earlier on the Dream Ticket Let Me Out match tomorrow night. And tonight is a singles match preview of the Dream Ticket match.
I haven't actually seen Remus Kane live in the ring, so it'll be very interesting to see how he works.
Introducing first, Remus Kane.
Speaking of confidence, he seems very confident going into this match. But considering his opponent, I don't know if that's the right call to make.
Well, the crowd are very loud tonight, and they do not seem to like Remus Kane at all.
Not one bit. What's that in his hands? Is that a cane?
That is a cane.
Is that Remus Kane's cane?
It is indeed.
Remus Kane's cane named Kane. Back out, it's gotta be Kane. I can say he's not a fan favourite going into this match. But he's a very, very strong option for the winner.
His opponent.
And speaking of fan favourites, as we said before, and as you can hear, the Yorkshireman, a very big fan favourite going into the Dream Ticket match.
It's Yorkshire time!
What time is it, Brett?
It is 7:29 p.m.
Is it clobbering time?
His opponent, the Yorkshireman.
I think if the Yorkshireman wins tomorrow night, we both know exactly where it's going with the Dream Ticket.
It is.
Johan may not walk out as champion, but if you remember, Super Showdown, Yorkshireman was this close to immortality.
He was that close to the title, yes, but to get to that point again, he has to go through everybody else tomorrow night and win the Dream Ticket. But tonight, it's not about the Dream Ticket. Tonight, it is one-on-one, the Yorkshireman versus Remus Kane.
It's going to be a very interesting match. And Gary's blown his back out. Good job, Gary. Bit of a bromance between Gary and Yorkshireman. It's been brewing for a long time. Remus Kane's dropped his cane called Kane. And everybody's chanting for Yorkshire, like I said, a fan favourite. Gary creating the perfect symphony of Yorkshires.
This match underway now. The Yorkshireman versus Remus Kane here tonight on Friday Night Showdown. And like we said, tomorrow night, the Dream Ticket Let Me Out a match. Madness Malik, CJ Calhoun, HC Gold, the man you call George, and then also Remus Kane and the Yorkshireman. But tonight it is just Remus Kane and the Yorkshireman.
This is a very unfamiliar feeling, seeing the Yorkshireman being outpowered by someone. Yorkshireman obviously one of the strongest names we've got here, and it's no secret. He's laying them forearms into the gut of Remus Kane. Remus is very educated in the ring.
He is indeed. Well, obviously, both these guys heading into that dream ticket, let me out of match tomorrow night. Both men want the win. Both men want to pick up the momentum heading in tomorrow night's match. And how do you do that? You win tonight's match.
A win in tonight's match is going to set you in with the greatest mindset. If Yorkshireman wins tonight, if Remus wins tonight, they walk in knowing that they've got at least an elimination under their belt, and that brings them one step closer to the dream ticket. And Yorkshireman's taking control with a big splash in the corner. Asking the crowd should we send him up for the big scoop slam. Was a very close two, really early on in the match.
Indeed. But Remus Kane is not done yet. He is not out. It's going to take a lot more than that for the Yorkshireman to take down Remus Kane and claim victory in tonight's match.
Remus Kane is a very formidable opponent. Taking out the leg, which is also a really great strategy. Because not only will it get him the win here tonight, if you chop him down by the leg, but Yorkshireman could possibly go in to the dream ticket match, not 100%.
And we also know that the Yorkshireman hits that huge, devastating spear, and taking out the legs,
he doesn't have a base to go
prevents the spear from happening.
It's a very tactical thing.
But the Yorkshireman pushing Remus Kane up now, managing to create some difference.
Gives him a bit of space to get onto his feet.
But Remus Kane is back on the attack. He sends him off.
Yorkshireman.
The Yorkshireman on the shoulders of Remus Kane fights his way down. There's that huge Yorkshire cutter. The Yorkshireman into the cover now. Could this be it?
And another big kick out from Remus.
It was a
That's
close
going to
one.
affect Yorkshireman as well.
Indeed, it was a close one though. Remus Kane just managing to pick up his shoulder.
He's tending to that left knee. Is that his left? Or am I stupid?
It is his left knee.
Great. Good to know I'm not stupid. And Remus is straight back on it.
Indeed, Remus Kane targeted that leg earlier on in the match. Knows full well that the Yorkshireman is feeling it.
Remus definitely came in with a game plan. Take out the biggest threat. Yorkshireman's fighting to get to the ropes.
He is indeed. He was so close to begin with, but Remus Kane pulled him back. He's so close again.
Pulling him back to the middle and locking in that ankle lock.
Are we going to see the Yorkshireman tap out here on Friday Night Showdown, the night before WrestleBration?
Almost a tap there from Yorkshireman. He must be feeling it in that left leg. But the willpower of the Yorkshireman is too strong as he reached to the ropes. But Remus holding on to the leg, that's going to do more damage.
Using Gary's 5 count.
A lot.
Indeed. Using Gary's 5 count to his advantage, holding on for 4 seconds, inflicting more damage and pain to the leg of the Yorkshireman.
Suplex to the Yorkshireman, and that landing itself, flat on the feet, that's going to shoot some pain up the leg. I mean, Yorkshireman and Remus are both going to want to be careful. Obviously, they want to make a statement, but they don't want to go into the dream ticket match at less than 100%.
They do not know. Both men want the win tonight, and then they also, more importantly, want the win tomorrow night.
He spits in his face. I would not take that. And that must have fired Yorkshireman all the way up with a big clothesline, and another big clothesline. That left leg seems nice and fine as he hits a big back suplex.
The Yorkshireman managing
Trying to put
pick
that
up
feeling into the leg.
Indeed, picking up some huge momentum back into this match now. Comes in with that huge elbow
Spits back
drop.
in his face, and if you noticed, when he hit the ropes, he lifted that left leg, trying to take some pressure off. There was enough strength in that leg to hit the spine buster. Could he be going for the famous spear that's put down so many?
Remus Kane doesn't know where he is here. In comes the Yorkshireman.
Running,
but a huge power slam from Remus Kane to the Yorkshireman.
Nice kick out from Yorkshireman. He's still in it.
2 count, says Gary. Remus Kane cannot believe it.
Remus Kane playing possum, which was a very, very good strategy. He's going for the chain. Remus Kane dodges the cane and goes for the chain. Gary's having a stern word with him.
Remus Kane
reluctantly gives up the chain.
Gary takes it away.
He's going for Kane. Remus Kane going for Kane.
Gary's
Now he turned around. He
swings
touched
it.
the
The
Kane.
Yorkshireman ducks.
Big
There's a
spear.
huge spear in the
Is he
cover
going to
now.
get the pin?
And this one is over.
That's over. A big win for Yorkshireman going into Saturday.
What time is it?
Here is your winner, the Yorkshireman.
Gary's visibly confused by the cane. And luckily, I mean, it could have been a very, very bad night for Yorkshireman if he got hit with that cane.
It could have
We
been
were talking about going in at less than 100. That would have knocked off some health.
Obviously, Remus Kane went for the chain. Gary said no, took the chain away. Remus Kane grabbed the cane, swung at the Yorkshireman, who manages to duck. It's that huge spear, picking up a huge win and some huge momentum heading into tomorrow night's Dream Ticket match.
Yorkshireman must be feeling great coming off of that win. He had a lot against him tonight. Remus Kane targeted that leg the entire match, trying to hit him with the cane as well. It could have ended very badly for Yorkshireman, but as always, he prevails.
Could this be the sight that we see tomorrow night? Could the Yorkshireman be victorious? And obviously we know that Dream Ticket, the holder is granted a championship match anytime, any place, anywhere.
And I think Yorkshireman will be gunning straight for that World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, congratulations to the Yorkshireman. Huge win tonight. Remus Kane, not so lucky. For both men head tomorrow night. Restoration 16. Dream Ticket, let me out of match. And tomorrow night things will be different for Remus Kane. Picked up the loss here tonight, but he could very well walk out of tomorrow night your new Dream Ticket holder.
It's good to know that the loss hasn't affected Remus Kane and he will be going in with a great mindset. But Yorkshireman definitely has the edge walking in with a win here tonight.
And not only did he win tonight, he also won last week against
He's racking up a lot of wins.
against the man you call George.
He's got a lot of momentum going into the Dream Ticket match, and that's what you need. You need that momentum. Because at the end of the day, there's 5 other guys gunning for the same prize. There's a lot that could take you out.
Well, obviously the prize being that UKW Dream Ticket. Dream Ticket, let me out of match. Tomorrow night, Restoration 16 pre-show starts at 4 p.m. Doors 3:30. There are still very, very limited seats available. So if you haven't got yours yet,
You can't miss the Let's Go Talk Show with Red Brocco.
there is also the Let's Go Talk Show with Red Broggo.
Tom Savage defending the Genesis Championship against your brother Sean Sedgwick.
Indeed.
A very stacked pre-show and a very stacked main card as well.
All that, plus much more, comes your way tomorrow night. Restoration 16. But tonight, it's Friday Night Showdown.
Hey, it's Tommy Dillon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, the wild card, Tommy Dillon.
You've seen a very different side to Tommy Dillon. It's almost like the Hardcore Championship is possessing him. Looks like he's got a few words.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, we know Tommy Dillon will also head to Restoration tomorrow night to take on Danny Missing for that Hardcore Championship. which Tommy Dillon holds, which currently is vacant.
But he stole it.
He has indeed.
He's
But now,
obsessed with the hardcore championship.
he is indeed. But let's head down to the ring and see what Tommy Dillon has to say.
What's up that way? What's up that way?
He's bold! A surprise baldy from Tommy Dillon.
Surprise, surprise! Look familiar? The Conqueror is back! This Jonathan!
Oh, it's about to kick off. Danny Mason cannot have a nice word for Tommy Dillon, considering what Tommy Dillon's been putting him through for the past God knows how long. Eggman Tommy Dillon is face to face with Danny Mason. Danny Mason looks ever so confident.
Wow, Tommy. Don't you think it looks like a good advert for like Tesco's ripe avocados? In all seriousness, you've talked about putting me through hell. And congratulations, you've done it. Every week for the past few weeks I've left here, battered, bruised and broken. Now, I could quite easily come in that ring right now and break every single bone in your body. But where's the fun in that before WrestleBration, guys? Now, you put me in a few situations, you've attacked me from behind, and I'm running on about 70%. That is way more than enough to deal with you, mate. And come WrestleBration, come WrestleBration, Danny's gonna kill you.
Oh,
Well, Tommy Dillon coming to meet Danny
face to face. He's shoving a title in his face. Surely we should get someone out here, maybe?
Well, I'm going to stay sat here and not do anything. I'm not getting in between them two. Them guys on the territory apart. They're going to go.
For commentary, I'm not getting involved in anyone else's story.
Obviously tomorrow night, Danny Mason with Tommy Dillon for the Hardcore Championship.
You're done.
Tommy Dillon telling Danny Mason he is done.
You're done.
Stroking Danny's hair, he must miss his own.
Plenty of try. It's my wasteland. You just visit it.
Tommy Dillon proclaims it is his wasteland. Danny Mason is just visiting.
Oh, he's kicking off.
It is indeed.
They're brawling.
These guys are brawling now. They're fighting
And
all the way to the back.
they've left the Hardcore Championship. The Hardcore Championship's been left.
Well, at least now they've gone.
I
But
mean,
now I need my microphone back.
we could have very easily stepped in. But Wise Man would say, not my problem.
Well, obviously, here at commentary, we now have UKW
Championship.
Hardcore Championship, the vacant Hardcore Championship, which will be defended tomorrow night against Tommy Dillon and Danny Missing. Danny Missing, Tommy Dillon, vacant Hardcore Championship tomorrow night. WrestleBration 16 comes your way. Also, WrestleBration 16 brings you your host, Drew Ashland.
Drew Ashland's the host?
Drew Ashland is the host indeed. Did you not know that?
I kind of blocked it out of my head. Things were very quiet while she's been gone.
Indeed. Well, obviously,
Got one of the biggest egos in UKW, but it's defended. It's defended. She's been a very dominant women's champion.
indeed she is. But tomorrow night, Drew Ashland will be your host. And speaking of the Women's Championship, the Women's Championship will also be defended tomorrow night as Nita will take on Rain for that Women's Championship.
Gracious, that means a new women's champion is bound to be crowned.
Indeed. Not only a new hardcore champion, but also a new women's champion and a new dream ticket holder.
That's a lot of news.
It is indeed. But that's all tomorrow night. WrestleBration 16.
And
Limited.
a new Baldy on the roster.
A new Baldy indeed.
A surprise
from Tommy
Baldy
Dillon.
from Tommy Dillon. He's in his Eggman era. Crazy brawl to break out.
Indeed.
Glad I was just asked for commentary. Again, not my problem. I don't have
They
to
did
step
brawl
in.
indeed. It was a little. I wish like they would just brawl in the ring and not up here. Especially when we have crowded casket.
Very expensive casket. I'm sure Crowley paid a lot of money for that.
But anyways, casket match comes your way tomorrow night. WrestleBration 16. Edward Crowley versus Jonathan Cedric. Right now, could this be the final time Sketch appears on Friday Night Showdown?
I really don't know.
Your next match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring, Sketch!
Just listen to the reaction. It says all that you need. No one wants Sketch to leave here. Sketch is very brave to put his career on the line. But he's beat Evan Knight on the big stage before. He knows he can do it. So that confidence is very much justified. I would say so at least.
Nobody wants Sketch to leave, but tonight could very well possibly be whether Sketch has beaten Evan Knight before or not, whether he's confident or not. Tonight could possibly very well be the final Friday Night Showdown. We see Sketch compete. It's a fact that you have to admit.
It would be such a shame, but it is a fact.
It would be a shame indeed. But hopefully Sketch can get the job done.
Hopefully.
We will find out tomorrow night. Sketch takes on Evan Knight with his career on the line. But tonight,
This is going to be a good one, Brett.
tomorrow night, Sketch faces Evan Knight. Tonight, Sketch faces one member who challenges for the World TV Championship.
His opponent, George Hunter!
George has had his fair share of run-ins with Paul Hubris. He's now getting very familiar with him. Paul Hubris also here tonight.
Here's the name, Paul Hubris tonight. Later on, we'll set out an open challenge. Both Paul Hubris and George Hunter will take on Chris Castle in a triple threat match for that UKW World Television Championship tomorrow night at WrestleBration.
I would personally say for the first time in his reign, the odds are stacked against Castle.
They are.
No one can stand him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hubris and Hunter put their differences aside to take out the common threat, which is the champion.
Well, we saw George Hunter versus Paul Hubris when Paul Hubris picked up the win. Then we saw a rematch where George Hunter picked up the win. And now both men head to WrestleBration for that UKW World Television Championship on
George
the
are trying
line.
to feel each other out here. Big lock-up. George, obviously the stronger opponent, but don't count Sketch out. He's very good-minded, technical wrestler.
Well, Sketch has to have a lot on his mind as well. Obviously, he knows tomorrow night his career is on the line. There is a lot on the mind of Sketch, but can he get that aside and focus purely on tonight and George Hunter?
this story between Evan and Sketch has been over 3 years. I mean, even we've had our run-in with Evan Knight and Sketch when they were the tag team champions. There was a very different Sketch, and even now it's a very different Sketch and a very different Evan Knight. Evan Knight since aligned with the Empire, and you've got to wonder, do you think the Empire are going to be a factor in that match? Because as Johan said earlier tonight, they're dead set on retiring both Sketch and JPR.
And it is a possibility. Both Sketch and JPR could be retired.
Splashes in the corner. It'll be a very sad night if both Sketch and JPR were retired.
It would indeed. But that will happen tomorrow night, Restoration 16. Tonight is Friday Night Showdown. Sketch coming in for that third splash in the corner, caught by Hunter, with Sketch managing to fight out of the grip of George Hunter.
And that trademark back elbow from Sketch finally drops George. Sketch is on top here. And as I said, he's got a very, very smart mind for the business. He knows what he's doing inside those 4 ropes. But in the same respect, so does Evan. Evan's got a lot of accolades. If I'm not wrong, the longest reigning around-the-clock champion. But who was the man to defeat him? It was Sketch.
Was, indeed.
Sketch seems to always have the one-up on Evan.
And we talk about tomorrow night could be the last time we see Sketch. But tomorrow night, Sketch could also defeat Evan Knight and keep his place here on the UKW roster.
It's a very even contest, but if I was Sketch, I wouldn't want to go in with a clouded mind. I wouldn't want to go in with the hatred for Evan, because I think Evan knows what he's doing. Big handspring Pele kick from George. As I was saying, I think Evan knows what he's doing, trying to get in the mind of Sketch, trying to build up all this rage. So Sketch falls back on himself. He starts to doubt himself when things aren't going his way, and that could be the final factor that puts Sketch out for good.
But anyways, George Hunter now has Sketch grounded on the floor. The crowd cheering on Sketch, trying to make his way back to his feet, trying to fight back, but Hunter catching him with a huge suplex.
Ended it quickly, and that's got to suck for Sketch. Obviously, both of these guys are going to want to go in with a win.
They are, and I
Very
believe George
important
Hunter,
matches in both of their careers.
I believe George Hunter just said
on the line.
he's done with Sketch cutting him off. Both men on them ropes now.
Is he going to go for a big superplex here? I would have assumed the Tower of London from Sketch would have been the first option. But George showing the power.
Could be looking for a powerbomb here, but Sketch
Sketch has got that sleeper in. That's a very dangerous lock to be in. It's a very bad place for... Oh.
But George Hunter
powers him out.
trying to power him out.
But Sketch keeps hold. Big
But
DDT from Sketch.
George Hunter trying to reverse,
Going
the
trade for
sleeper,
trade.
which his reversal was reversed by Sketch in that huge DDT, spiking George Hunter straight on the top of his head.
Sketch is the first to his feet.
Comes in with that
Clothesline
huge
doesn't
line.
drop George. Doesn't drop him again. That reverse DDT does though. And he goes for the pin. And he doesn't get the win. Could he be setting up here for the Brexit Bulldog? Oh,
Going
the
for a
power of
crossbody.
George Hunter. Could it be that fall away? It is. Big fall away from George Hunter. Sends Sketch halfway across the ring, but he's still on his feet. Big line from George. Another line from George.
George Hunter getting the momentum back on his side in this match on Friday Night Showdown against Sketch.
These two are throwing everything they've got because they both want to make a statement to their opponents. Obviously, George has a lot to prove. George has been hunting the TV championship for a long time. It could be the make or break moment for George after hitting that perfect patented moonsault. He's got the crowd behind him. He's trying to finish it with the big, no? Oh, and he's got him in the sleeper. I thought George would have been going for that big running knee. This is not a good place for George to be in, especially this deep into the match. He manages to get out of it. You can see how much is taken out of him for this match.
Sketch now hits the Brexit Bulldog. Could this one be over? Into the cover goes Sketch.
Very close pin.
Very close indeed. George Hunter just managing to pick up the shoulder. The crowd seem to be evenly balanced here.
Sketch was a little frustrated that they instantly went to George there. Going for another bulldog, but George powers out of it. Ducks that line. Big spine buster from George Hunter. Going for the pin. And a big kick out from Sketch. George has to think about putting this to bed now. He's going to the top. Sketch going for that Tower of London. George manages to break free. Sits him up on the top.
What could George Hunter possibly be looking for?
It looks like a German strung from the top.
The Sketch
That crossbody finally hits. No!
George Hunter rolls through, catching Sketch once again. With Sketch sliding down the back of George Hunter.
Look at the power of George in this match. Trying to get the pin. No, he's sending him through. Now he's got the pin.
Indeed.
And that's a three.
Is it?
That's a three. Sketch walks out with the win.
Here's your winner, Sketch.
It's a very sneaky pin from Sketch.
Nearly was.
But it just shows that Sketch is going to take any opportunity that he can. And I'm sure he'll go into that match against Evernight with that same mindset. It's unfortunate that George couldn't pick up the win here. But if this is Sketch's last night, his swan song on Friday nights, he walks out with a win.
Sketch says tomorrow night he is not done. He will not retire. He is not going anywhere. He will make every night tap out again.
He has a lot of belief in himself. Alex Gunn. Alex Gunn scheduled to face Mustafa Khan.
Your next match is a singles match set for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring, Alex Gunn.
Obviously, I've never been one-on-one with Alex Gunn, but I have shared the ring with him. So I have a link of how his mind works. And I'm quite surprised that he took the match against Mustafa Khan. I would have thought that he would have wanted to stay at home, rest up, get ready for his match. But no, he's chosen to come out and prove a point against Mustafa Khan, who's also a restoration teaming with Buckshot Buckley in that TLC match. He looks very confident.
And his opponent,
Sultan of Swing, the king of knockout, the prince of destruction, the Persian heavyweight champion.
Mustafa Khan.
Yo, tell him who he is, Yo, tell him who he is, Yo, I'ma make you scream my name.
Well, obviously, as we know, Mustafa Khan teams with Buckshot Buckley tomorrow night in that fatal 4-way TLC match for the UKW Tag Team Championships, and Alex Gunn will face Red Rocco for the Around the Clock Championship. And Alex Gunn walks around and says he will take out anyone he needs to sort out the roster on UKW.
Alex Gunn has a really big chip on his shoulder. Obviously, he's never been pinned in a UKW ring. So, he's very justified to walk into WrestleBration with a big ego. And unfortunately, the odds are very much stacked against Rocco. It looks very likely that Gunn could walk out with the ATC Championship. He's never been pinned.
Alex Gunn has never been pinned though.
Gunn seems very confident for this match as well. Speaking of his confidence, that seems to be a trademark. He sometimes mistake his confidence for ego and vice versa. He is a very big ego. Like I said, he can back it up. He's never been pinned.
But in a minute, Alex Gunn is trash talking Mustafa Khan.
It's going to take a lot to get into Mustafa's head though. He's obviously got a lot of years in the game. He's not just some random Joe Schmo, that's Mustafa Khan.
Indeed, but a huge lockup. Neither man moves.
There's not a lot of people that can outpower Alex Gunn, but he's obviously met his match with Mustafa Khan. And the crowd are already calling for chops. I would love to see Mustafa Khan chop Alex Gunn.
But another lockup. Broken by both men. Which Alex Gunn walks around and says he is one of the top guys and one of the best. And locking up with Mustafa Khan, and Mustafa Khan not being able to move Alex Gunn, as well as Alex Gunn not being able to move Mustafa Khan, just proves Alex Gunn has that strength behind him.
I mean, the record shows, but Mustafa Khan, he's on the upper hand here.
He is indeed. Delivering them shots straight to the back of Alex Gunn. Sends him off now. Comes in with that huge shoulder tackle, dropping Alex Gunn straight to the mat.
And it's not easy to drop Alex Gunn, but Mustafa Khan does it like it's nothing. The crowd are calling for chops. He's primed and set up in the corner. Please, chop Alex Gunn. Listen to them. He's thinking about it. It's running through his head.
Mustafa Khan has Alex Gunn in the corner. The crowd are chanting for chops. Mustafa Khan sends him off into the opposite corner with a huge Irish whip. Comes in with some huge punches.
Very big chop from Alex Gunn. And another chop to Alex Gunn.
But Alex Gunn,
and he's targeting the eye. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Mustafa Khan was holding the eye after the chop. It looks like Alex Gunn might have caught him in the eye.
Indeed.
And then he goes and pokes it. Very underhanded tactics, but it might be what you need to chop down a guy like Mustafa Khan.
Indeed. Going for the eyes, taking out the eyesight of Mustafa Khan.
Can't drop him though. He's down to a knee. And he's still holding that eye.
Alex Gunn manages to take Mustafa Khan down to one knee after that huge back elbow, but Mustafa Khan is back to both feet. Alex Gunn turns around into some huge forearms and punches from Mustafa Khan, sends him off with a huge clothesline now.
That clothesline looks to have done a lot of damage to Alex Gunn. He's reeling. Chop from Mustafa Khan. Those chops do not feel good. They can cave a man's chest in.
The crowd chanting one more time.
And they get one more time.
Mustafa Khan delivers once again with that huge chop.
I've never had a smile bigger on my face. It's great to see Alex Gunn getting chopped. He's going for it again. And there's another big chop from Mustafa Khan. He's rolling to the outside, obviously trying to take a breather.
He's indeed. Alex Gunn rolls out of the ring now.
Telling Gary to shut up. Says to Gary, yeah, you count, I don't have time for this. Weaseling his way out of another match. The count's getting high.
Is Alex Gunn done?
We're on 8. Oh, come on. And he's let it go to 10. Mustafa Khan wins by count out.
Alex Gunn said he ain't wasting his time.
The crowd are letting him know how they feel.
Give me that.
Alex Gunn won.
I don't need you little cunt snatchers at my feet. Go away. Hey! Other one. No, do that. Can't turn it on. There it goes. Better! Right, I'm going to try and cut me off so you look carrying around off the set.
Production obviously don't want to hear what Alex Gunn has to say. And evidently, no one else does.
The microphone has been cut off twice on Alex Gunn.
You two, get out.
Get out.
Get out. Move.
Get out.
Move. They want to cut my microphone. I'm going to use the one they can't cut. Move. Go on, your mums are probably waiting for you backstage. Come on, move. Mess him up, Brett. I'll pick my teeth with Brett. Now then, if you lot don't shut up, you won't learn anything. I'm going to stand here to this microphone so they can't cut me. I will say what I'm here to say. Oh. Now then, tomorrow night, your beloved Red Brocco will defend his little title against me. They seem determined to make me stand at this table, so you will all shut up and listen. Tomorrow night, your favourite adopted grandfather will lose everything he has. And to make it a little more special, we will have an old school British rules match. Which for the uninitiated, that's 5 rounds of wrestling for me and Red Brocco, and more importantly, 2 out of 3 falls. Which means, again for the poor of maths, tomorrow night I am going to beat Red Brocco twice, and his time will be done. Alex! Hey, that's me. Get the hell off my comms desk. Well, I'd be in the ring, but you lot wouldn't let me talk, would you? Firstly, don't walk out of a match, it's pretty cowardly. Killing time for tomorrow, aren't I? And secondly, British rounds. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. That's my turf. You want it? Oh, aye. You've got it. Good! Now get lost! And your winner, by count out, the Persian powerhouse himself, Mustafa Khan! Tomorrow night,
we're going for the UKW Tag Team titles. There's going to be tables, ladders, chairs, and chops. And I guarantee me and Buckshot are going to walk out of there champions and no one's going to hold us back. Swords are not strong. The kings will not out. The queens will strong. The heavyweight champion. Tell me who I am.
I'm good. I've experienced those chops before. I am not taking another chop.
Well, Mustafa Khan just said tomorrow night, him and Bookshop are going to walk out with the UKW Tag Team Championships. Chops being at any costs, including going for you.
They're not coming for me. I will duck, dodge and weave every chop thrown at me.
They could very well possibly be.
He cannot catch me. I am too fast for the chops. They will not get me. They might get me, but if they do, we ball. You know, we're going to thug it out and we're going to win the Tag Team Championships. I know that me and Cliff have our differences, but when the titles are on the line, we're going to lock in. That's what 21U want to say, lock in. Me and Cliff are going to lock in. We're going to win the Tag Team Championships. I'm going to be the youngest 3-time Tag Team Champion. And we're going to write history.
That's if Mustafa Khan doesn't chop you and take the time out first.
What if I chop him first? I'll get one back.
I would very much recommend not chopping Mustafa Khan. But if you want to go for it, then sure.
I'll debate it. But I don't see it being a thing that happens. I want to steer away from chops.
Well, Fatal 4-Way TLC Tag Team Championship match tomorrow night, Restoration 16. So right now, let's get underway with an open challenge.
All Hubris open challenge, we just seen George.
Your next match on Friday Night Showdown is an open challenge. Making his way to the ring.
Like I said, we've just seen George Hunter against Sketch and he came out on the losing end. Maybe it's a different story for all Hubris here.
The essential Paul Hubris.
He looks very confident. Looks like he's got a few words.
Alright, listen. Restoration tomorrow. Biggest show of the year, you know? So not tonight. I will give somebody an opportunity to come out here in an open challenge and prove a point against the best this country's ever produced, the essential Paul Hubris. Thanks.
Big words from Paul Hubris. He says, the best this country has ever produced.
Well,
and that could be proven tomorrow night when he possibly wins the TV championship. Hold on a minute.
His opponent, representing the Breaking Bone Studios, Cliff Harrison.
obviously you know who this is. You look very shocked and surprised that
He didn't exactly tell me he was here tonight.
He didn't tell you he was here.
I've been trying to reach out to him. I mean, obviously I said we're not on the same page, but I've been trying to reach out to him. This is the first time I've seen him since last Friday. No text, no calls, no nothing. This is the first time I've seen Cliff and he walked straight past me. I didn't even know he was here. It would have been nice to know, but
I hope things can be sorted out between you two for tomorrow night. Obviously tomorrow night, tag team titles on the line, Restoration, the biggest stage, a lot on the line.
you know, obviously I'm rooting for him, he's like my brother, but I don't know, I would have liked to know that he was here.
Really headlock from Paul Hubris. Getting out, there's Cliff Harrison in a front face lock now.
He's always been a very technically sound wrestler, is Cliff. But that's something that Paul Hubris is no stranger to. I would even go as much to say that technical wrestling is Cliff's forte, but Paul ticks the boxes in every single area, hence why he calls himself the best this country has ever produced. And he's proven it. He's a former TV champion, a former world champion. Two things that Cliff has yet to win.
Wow, what a statement coming from.
I'm not wrong. I'm stating the facts.
You're not wrong, no, but it was a little unexpected.
The guy hasn't won a championship. He needed me to win the tag titles. He couldn't win it with Mercer. Big shot from Paul Hubris. I can't say I'm happy, Brad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't say that I'm happy with him. It was a mistake, and he doesn't reach out to me for a week after he boots me in the face at least 3 times. And then you saw him try and haluva me after.
I did see that indeed.
But either way, enough about that. Back to the action. Hubris has got a tight hold on Cliff. Cliff using the ropes.
Single leg takes down Hubris.
Trying to get that Boston Crab. I mean, we know how dangerous the Boston Crab can be.
Indeed, and a huge arm drag sends Cliff to the corner.
Big bypass from Cliff.
Both men going back and forth.
Quick roll up. Cliff gets his shoulder up. Blocks a shot. Gives one right back to Hubris. I mean, you can hear the shots from over here. They're loud. Big bell clap from Cliff.
And this one so far has been back and forth, very even. Hubris pushes Cliff to the ropes, who holds on. Huge elbow to the face of Hubris now.
And another chop from Hubris. He's gonna get another one. And he does.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
This is your tag partner here.
I mean, I can't hit him myself. We've got a match on Saturday.
Tomorrow.
And I would like to say I'm at least the morally correct one. Cliff doesn't seem to like that. But hey. Big neck breaker from Cliff.
But just a 1 count. Cliff Harrison hits that huge neck breaker, but only gets a 1 count from Paul Hubris.
Cliff's been waiting for an opportunity like this to be able to really showcase himself, and he's doing a really good job of it. Is he going to give him a receipt for that chop? And it's a nice meaty one as well. Hubris with a big jawbreaker. Kick to the knee takes out Paul Hubris, a big blockbuster. And he keeps hold. Big suplex. Goes for the pin. Gary gets the count.
But just a 2 count. Just a 2 count. Paul Hubris
Cliff could have got away with that. See, this is the problem. He's dirty. I've done my fair share of things. I get that, but obviously in that match with your brother, I changed. Like I don't think I changed. I just opened my eyes. So I was never like that. That's not who Sigma is. Cliff wanted Sigma in the Breaking Bones, and he created what he thought Sigma should be, not who Sigma was. And it was successful. I'm not gonna deny, like, youngest tag team champion. That's something that I'll always have under my belt. But the way that he's been running things, trying to use a sledgehammer against Leone Rose, first of all, is ever since the unsanctioned match with Mercer, something clicked inside of him, and It's been very evident. I mean, he just doesn't seem to care. He's not listening to me. He's not listening to anyone. I don't know what he's listening to.
He's just listening to himself.
I don't think he's listening to himself. I mean, obviously after the unsanctioned match, we heard him say he's listening to a beautiful song, which God knows what that means. But he's been so different since then.
But Cliff sends Hubris off, he switches. Out the corner comes Cliff.
Big roll through from Hubris, going to the second. Stop to the back. I am rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
Well, Paul Hubris just said it's done. Picks him up.
Big Mochinoku. I can't be biased, but it's my tag partner at the end of the day. The guy is literally my brother. He's like blood at this point. I can get mad at him all I want, but he's been there for me, so I feel bad. I'm not trying to do anything to hurt him. I'm just trying to take him the way he should be. He wants these titles so bad. He wants these opportunities. He's not going to get it the way that he is, and he's been like this for such a long time. Do you remember the Cliff of Olds? The matches with Joe Sedgwick for the Genesis Championship, when everyone in the locker room came down, they had him on their shoulders, the first real Genesis champion. And now he tries to take Mercer off the shelf, and obviously I was a helping hand, but it's not going to get him where he wants to be. And I'm trying to help him, but big Samoan from Cliff. I mean, I'm trying to help him, but he doesn't want to listen.
Well, hopefully you and Cliff can get on the same page.
I would hope so.
Before tomorrow. Obviously you said you've not heard from him for a week, but hopefully things change and you can be on the same page for tomorrow as Fatal 4-Way TLC match for the Tag Team Championships. But Cliff comes in with a haluva kick, caught by Hubris, rolls him out, sends him to the apron.
Big line onto the apron and sends Cliff to the outside. I want him to come in 100%. He's moving him over the ropes.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, Paul Hubris.
Well, Paul Hubris laid out an open challenge to anyone in the back, answered by Cliff Harrison. Paul Hubris managing to pick up the win.
Full sins, playing singing just to get in the middle lane. Told you once up in my club, but it's all gone. I sold it up for your eyes, I was so wrong. I thought you never to make, sorry if I game. So rhythm the making to me always.
Obviously, Paul Hubris steps in the ring against George Runner and Chris Castle in a triple threat match tomorrow night, WrestleMania 16 for the UKW World Television Championship. And then Cliff Harrison teams up with you against the Sam Gardner, Mugshot Ugly, also Joe Cedric, Sebastian Mercer, the 21 Union, and the Firing Squad for the UKW Tag Team Championships.
Cliff, where have you been, man? I've been trying to talk to you for the past week.
Bigger fish to fry, lad. Bigger fish to fry. Cliff Harrison just said.
I don't see how there's any bigger fish to fry than the TLC match. You'd want to be on the same page.
Well, hopefully things can be sorted out between yourself and Cliff Harrison before tomorrow. But up next on Friday Night Showdown, what a match we have coming your way. Should we get on with it? I think it is time to get on with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match on Showdown is set for one fall. Introducing first,
last few weeks, Horace has been trying to find his path and his way to restoration, which hasn't unfortunately worked out for Horace.
Yeah.
But tonight, what a match he has.
A lot of respect for Horace. Obviously, I faced him in the Genesis title tournament. It might not be another guy that I have a lot of respect for, obviously. Your brother, Joe Sedgwick's got a 3-4 match.
And his opponent, one half of the 21 Union, Joe Sedgwick.
Again, ideally, Joe's going to want to walk out with a win.
The game is in trouble, I've been in my
I'll
depth
see
for
you
the
tomorrow
past
at
few times, I
TLC.
got it for real.
21 Union
So
taking
keep
the
me
tag
going, I
title.
wake up and hustle, you wait for me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in the fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty,
Well,
give it that in your
you've had a lot tonight. First, he's told you're going to get struck by Mustafa Khan, and he's going to take the tag title. Cliff said he's got bigger fish to fry than sorting things out with you, your own tag partner. And now Joe Sedgwick saying he's going to see you tomorrow night and then take the tag title to himself and Sebastian Mercer.
I'm going to have to be on commentary and I'm taking nothing but beat. We've had a stinker.
Haters be living, my pockets Pacific, as deep as you get it. So therapeutic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like I'm beating, I'm hearing this. Well, let me switch the flow and move.
The crowd are very firmly behind Joe here.
Well, obviously, Horace has been trying to find his path to restoration. Not quite successful as Joe Sedgwick.
He's got a heavy task in front of him though, because Joe Sedgwick is on a roll as of late.
He's indeed, and Horace with a huge shoulder tackle, taking Joe Sedgwick down.
I mean, he said it when we announced the TLC match. Mercer's not medically cleared, and he's been building all of this on his own. He's had to prepare for this tag match all on his own. We can only hope that Mercer's going to be in the match on Saturday. And I'm hearing good things, obviously, but you know the odds are going to be very heavily stacked against him if Mercer isn't there. But I'm sure Joe can carry the weight on his own.
Indeed. But
We don't have to worry about that.
Horace with a huge shoulder tackle to Joe.
Taking a strong lead off the bat. Big knee onto Joe. Big Guri.
Horace on the second rope now. Joe comes in and a huge diving shoulder block from Horace of the second rope takes down Joe Sedgwick into
Joe's
the cover.
still in the fight.
With just a 2 count. Horace has Joe on the floor now. But Joe managing to make his way to his feet, pushing Horace back into the corner. And a huge shot.
Bit of a cheap shot from Joe there.
Well, Horace comes in with a line, dunked by Joe,
Guri
into a
from
huge
Joe.
kick. Horace sends Joe to the apron now, comes in for a shot, dunked by Joe.
He's going to hit that big splash, I can only assume.
Indeed, Horace is in position. Joe jumps over the ropes in a huge splash. But Horace manages to kick out
on that as well. Horace thought it was smart trying to create a bit of distance there, but Joe obviously landed it and he looks very confident.
Indeed, he does. Send off by Joe to Horace, switches it. Joe jumps over Horace, picks him up on his shoulders.
Oh,
Horace managing to send Joe over the top
great
rope.
ring awareness from Horace there.
Could we see Horace fly here on Showdown? And we do, as he delivers that huge double foot drop kick straight to the face of Joe Sedgwick. On the apron now is Horace. Comes in with a huge kick, caught by Joe. Handstand by Horace. Back on his feet. Joe doesn't realise though, but Horace comes in with a huge cannonball, diving straight onto Joe, taking him out on the outside here.
I've used the word a lot for a lot of people that have come out, but everyone seems to be so confident heading into that separation. Everyone's really confident in themselves and their capabilities. and everyone seems very dead set on winning their matches. Obviously, it's the biggest event in the UKW calendar. You're going to want to go in with a good mindset like that.
Indeed, everyone wants to head into Restoration confident and pick up a win. Joe
Sedgwick
delivers a huge deadlift suplex, picking Horace up from the apron, powering him off of the second rope into that huge superplex.
It's hard to scout a guy like Joe because he's got very strong assets. He's got a lot of power. He's got a good technical mindset. He's got good ring awareness. He's got the speed. He's got a lot of advantages when you go in. He can adapt to any type of situation, as you see in here against Horace. Big boot. Horace rebounds from the ropes, but it's a big clothesline from Joe. Just still very much on top.
Horace tried to pick up some momentum, able to do so for the time being until cut off by Joe Sedgwick. Well, Horace managing to pick up some momentum back on his side here.
Wheelbarrow from Horace. Joe turns it into that big blue thunder.
Indeed. Horace kicks out though.
Shining wizard from Horace. Bit of a desperation move, but Joe's back on his feet.
Horace with that huge
Horace
kick takes out the knee.
Down. Is he going to go for it again? Wheelbarrow. Face breaker. He's going for that sliced bread.
And he
hits it.
Horace hits the sliced bread into the cover.
Joe. It's a big kick out. Joe's still in the fight. Horace is desperate for that shot at Restoration. And a win over Joe could give him good chances, but Joe's just not backing down. Joe's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. Obviously, with the health of Sebastian Mercer in the air and a TLC match. Whether Mercer's there or not, he's in a TLC match. He knows how it feels. He's been against Mercer in a TLC match, which gives the two a really great advantage going in. I won't lie, I've thought about that. They've both been in a TLC match before. They know the ropes. And it's the first time for a lot of us in there. But Horace is on the top rope.
On the top rope indeed. Comes off, lands on his feet, rolls through. On the shoulders of Joe Sedgwick now. But into a crucifix.
And he rolls all the way through. Joe's got him for that big DVD. That has to be over. And it is.
Here is your winner, Joe Sedgwick.
You're getting pointed at again.
I don't know why everyone got beef with me.
Everyone wants to take you out now, you're sat here.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Obviously, Joe Sedgwick picking up the win tonight at Friday Night Showdown against Young Horace, picking up some huge momentum heading into tomorrow night's fatal four-way TLC match for the UKW Tag Team Championship.
Joe loves the competition though. In situations like this is very nice.
Well, it may be unfortunate for Young Horace, but congratulations to Joe Sedgwick.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Last guy team on three. I'm putting Sigma through a table.
There it is again.
One of one goes 3 for 3. Beast on his way in. Let's be after the match.
So, tonight,
getting tables.
Tonight, so far, Mustafa Khan comes out, says he's going to chop you, then take the tag titles. Cliff Harrison then says he's got bigger fish to fry, and sort things out between you and him, your own tag partner. Then Joe Sedgwick comes out, says that he will see you tomorrow, and he will take the tag titles. And then Joe Sedgwick just told you, Sigma is getting put through a table.
We ball, man. We ball. If I get put through a table, I get put through a table. It is what it is at this day. I would take the table more than the chop, if I'm honest. I can't. Everyone's got a problem. Everyone's got beef. Why aren't they beefing Cliff?
Well, so far we're yet to see Buckshot Buckley make his way out and say something. To be honest, we saw Dylan Chase earlier, who didn't actually say anything to you.
I still don't like him. Him being here was enough. That was insulting enough.
Wow. But tomorrow night, obviously, fatal 4-way TLC match for the UKW Tag Team Championships. But coming up next is your main event on Friday Night
You think
Showdown.
Tommy Dillon's going to win his hardcore title back?
Do you think Tommy Dillon's going to win his hardcore top? He's not got it now, does he? He left it, didn't he?
He left it.
Well, I took it back, so he might
have found it.
He might have found it again by now.
Speaking of the devil,
Speaking of Tommy Dillon,
the bold devil himself.
it is time for our main event, Friday Night Showdown.
Bold Tommy Dillon.
The following match is your main event, and it's a tag team match set for one fall.
He's got the title.
He found his title.
He's got the title. He found the title.
Introducing first, the Conqueror, Tommy Dillon.
The Conqueror, Tommy Dillon.
Well, not only is he brought the hardcore title back with him, he's also brought a steel chair and a kendo stick. I can't believe he found it.
Where did he put it?
Well, I took it back and I put it on the first chair I saw.
The coconut. Tommy Dillon.
Wow.
He's here.
Don't let Tommy Dillon hear that. If not, Tommy Dillon will have something to say to you as well as everybody else.
I will know. I will know.
What will you know?
No one knows.
And his tag team partner, he is the UKW World Champion, representing the Empire, Johan Hunt.
Obviously, we know Tommy Dillon will face Danny Missing tomorrow night for the vacant hardcore title, which he carries around with him. And he left earlier tonight, which he now is once again found and carried back with him.
Who brought them up?
What?
Who brought them up? Did they just stop fighting?
But tonight, Tommy Dillon teams with the world champ himself, Johan Hunt, who goes into the main event from tonight to main event tomorrow night against JBR for that World Heavyweight Championship.
But you've got to wonder if we're on the same page, because not so long ago they were in a triple threat against each other for that World Championship, and I'm sure it's still on Tommy Dillon's mind, as well as Danny Missing.
That was when Tommy Dillon didn't just attack people from behind. That's when Tommy Dillon did the right thing.
Who says he wouldn't do it to Johan Hunt? He's still the one title.
And their opponent, first, he is the Genesis Champion, Tom Savage.
Well, obviously we know Tom Savage tomorrow night Restoration 16 pre-show will defend that Genesis Championship against the number one contender, Sean Sedgwick.
It's one of the biggest matches of Sean Sedgwick's career, and obviously I was in the finals against him. I think he's got a really, really good chance. He put up a really good effort. He came out as the winner in the end. I've got a lot of respect for Sean, and I'm fearful that he might walk out with the championship. But obviously Tom Savage, I've been in the ring with Tom as well. He's a very, very deserving and very good defending champion. I can see either all walking out with the championship, but either way we know that both of them are going to leave everything on the line, because it's just as important for Tom as it is for Sean.
And his tag team partner,
Everyone seems very excited to see Danny Missing.
Danny Missing.
He looks locked in, he looks ready to fight, and I can only imagine that he's going to want to get his hands on Tommy Dillon, but let's not forget, he's also got history with Johan Hunt. A lot of history with Johan Hunt. We faced him this past Monday on Ignite.
that match ended in a no contest. Both men brawled their way out of here, which led to a double
He's got a thing
count.
for brawling, this Danny Mason. He's built for the hardcore division.
Well, obviously this is your main event here on Friday Night Showdown. The World Heavyweight Champion Johan Hunt teaming with the Conqueror Tommy Dillon to take on the Genesis Champion Tom Savage and his tag team partner Danny Missing. And we will see all four of these guys compete in tomorrow night's WrestleBration
Straight
event.
out of the ring, by the way. Straight out of the ring as soon as Danny stepped in.
Indeed, stepping straight out the ring. Obviously we know Tom Savage will defend the Genesis Championship on the pre-show against the number one contender Sean Sedgwick. We will see Danny Missing versus Tommy Dillon for the vacant Hardcore Championship. And then in the main event tomorrow night at WrestleBration 16, we will see Johan Hunt defend the World Championship against JPR.
I mean, Tommy Dillon is no dummy. He's brought the kendo stick and he's brought the chair out for a reason. It's either to get into Tom and Danny's head, or I wouldn't be surprised if he plans on using them.
Tag team main event on Friday Night Showdown underway now. Tommy Dillon and Johan Hunt against Tom Savage and Danny Missing.
Danny didn't flinch at all. And Dillon tags himself in.
Indeed.
Of course he gets in when Danny...
Tommy Dillon just walked straight past Tom Savage and went straight to the trash talk on Danny Missing.
Major disrespect, but that's going to get into both of their heads. That's going to infuriate Danny Missing, and it's going to make Tom Savage feel mega disrespected. It's going to put both of them in a bad way. He's stroking his head.
Tommy Dillon went for a cheap shot there, blocked by Tom Savage. Into a huge clothesline. Second one from Tom takes down Tommy Dillon.
That swinging neckbreaker drops Tommy Dillon. He gets that pin. Big kick out at one.
Tag and Tommy Dillon.
Straight out.
As soon as Danny Missing gets tagged in, Tommy Dillon runs as fast as he can to tag in Johan Hunt. And Johan Hunt taking down Danny Missing now into the cover in a 2 count early on in this match.
That's got to be down to the mind games from Tommy Dillon. You don't usually see Danny Missing eating a 2 this early into the match.
But Danny Missing catching Johan Hunt.
He's got that MMA background, so we know those knees, they hurt.
And a huge spine buster from Danny
The
Missing.
big moves early. He's looking to put this to bed really quick.
He is indeed.
But I can only assume that he'll want to pin Tommy Dillon. In a match like this, in a tag match where he's got the opportunity, he's going to want to pin Tommy Dillon. So that's going to put Tommy in a real bad way. But Tommy avoiding getting in the ring with Danny Missing at all costs. We can see a bit of tag work. Big
Tom
splash.
comes in with that huge splash.
Tom Savage.
Indeed, Tom Savage delivers that huge splash.
Straight down again. Tommy Dillon knows what he's doing.
Tommy Dillon wants no part of Danny Missing tonight.
They're working very well as a tag team. Making fluent tags, keeping each other very well preserved. But Johan, take control again. And of course now, Tommy Dillon wants his tag.
Obviously, quite recently we have seen Johan Hunt and Tom Savage in singles action against each other, which Johan Hunt was successful in. Could that play a part in tonight's main event tag team match?
It very much could.
But Tommy Dillon's tagged back in now. Now that Danny Missing's not the legal man, Tom Savage is. Tommy Dillon is also now the legal man, delivering a huge suplex to the Genesis
The tag
champ.
move didn't work out as well as he hoped, but Tommy Dillon was there, ready, waiting, and he snatched him for that suplex. Like I said, Tommy Dillon is no dummy. And he's keeping him in that corner.
Tom Savage needs to pick up some momentum. Needs that tag to Danny Missing.
Danny's itching to get in the ring with Tommy Dillon, but he tags out. Looking for a bit more tag work with Johan. Sling Blade.
Sling Blade takes down the Genesis champ. But just a 2 count. Tom Savage managing to get the shoulder up.
Tom very smart, taking that 2 to catch his breath. Tommy Dillon stepping up to Gary. Battle of the Bolds. Danny's really wanting that tag. He really wants to be in this match.
Well, Tom Savage is in an unfortunate position here. Not managed to get much in a few moments that have taken place. Tom Savage really needs the tag to Danny Missing in this match here.
Stomping every limb on Tom Savage. And Tommy's getting involved with the fans. Which is crazy to see because for a long time they've been behind Tommy Dillon. He slapped Danny.
Johan Hunt,
Danny's straight in the ring. He's not going to take that disrespect from the champion. What a cheap shot from Johan.
Johan Hunt came in, slapped Danny Missing in the face and then delivered a boot to the face of Tommy Dillon.
And they're not allowing, big shock, they're not allowing Tom Savage to make that tag, which can only make Danny Missing angrier. Keeping him out of the match and doing all of these cheap shots, the trash talking, it's going to make Danny mad, and we know how easy it is to make Danny mad, but he's not. He's a violent person when he's mad. You don't want to be in the ring with an angry Danny Missing. It's not going to end well.
But Johan Hunt comes back in and knocks Danny Missing off the apron.
Well, Gary has his
Obviously
back
we
to him.
saw early on in the match, Tom Savage and Danny Missing working well as a team. For the past few moments, Johan Hunt and Tommy Dillon have been working well as a team as well.
And he's still taunting Danny Missing with that smug smile.
Both Johan Hunt and Tommy Dillon are getting in the head and trying to play mind games with Danny Missing, angering him more and more.
A big headbutt from Tommy Dillon, washing his face across the ropes.
And the double team again from Johan Hunt and Tommy Dillon. Tommy Dillon just smiling at Danny Missing.
Both teams are working quite well with each other. We've seen a lot of fluid tags, we've seen a lot of tag work. Tommy Dillon caught trying to cheat and he fumbles under no pressure.
Tom Savage on his knees now, kick to the chest, in his face, driven straight into that canvas by Johan Hunt.
Tommy Dillon and Johan are looking very, very strong in this match. They know what they're doing. They're targeting Tom Savage. But Tom Savage, he makes the tag. He's finally in. Danny Missing is taking both Johan and Tommy Dillon at once. Big Samoan drop from Danny Missing. He's finally got Tommy Dillon on his own and he's
Danny
laying those
Missing is just
forearms in.
unloading all the
Gary's
anger
trying to get them separated.
on Tommy Dillon.
I mean, earlier he mentioned he can step into this ring and break every single bone in Tommy Dillon's body, and I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do.
Danny Missing delivering that huge spinning kick to the midsection.
Tom gets that tag as Danny hits the ropes. Big flapjack into the corner. But I don't think that Tommy Dillon noticed the tag.
Tommy Bomb.
Tommy Bomb
hits it.
Gary's counting the pin.
But Tom Savage, the legal man.
I don't even think Gary noticed the tag. Good work. And that finish from Tom.
Tom Savage
Could this be
plants
it?
Tommy Dillon and gets the 3 count.
That's a huge win for Danny and Tom.
here are your winners. The team of Danny Missing and Tom Savage.
That's a really big win for Tom and Danny.
Tommy Dillon didn't realise the tag between Danny Missing and Tom Savage.
Although if you didn't notice, when Tommy hit that Tommy bomb, Danny was out.
He was indeed.
He was out for the count. I don't know if he was lying down to play the distraction.
But currently, Danny Missing, Tom Savage, the one standing tall. Tom Savage going to hand Danny Missing a hardcore title, but a low blow from Tommy Dillon to Danny Missing, and
They're attacking
Johan
after
Hunt
the match.
attacks Tommy Dillon from behind.
Unjust.
Johan Hunt just taking out Tom Savage,
I think he's going for that kendo stick.
and Tommy Dillon is attacking Danny Missing.
He's going for the chair and the kendo.
He's got the chair and the kendo stick as Tommy Dillon. Johan Hunt took out Tom Savage, grabbed his title, says he's keeping himself fresh and getting out of here. And that chair
shot from Tommy
straight to the
Dillon.
midsection of Danny Missing. And over the back now.
That's a nasty sound. Hold on, what's he trying to go for here?
Tommy Dillon. Putting the chair on the neck of Danny Missing and driving it straight down into the mat.
That's disgusting. He's got that kendo stick straight around the back of Danny Missing, and he's another one. Is no one going to come out and stop it?
I certainly am not getting there. I mean, we could do it like someone.
I got to ring my bell.
But Tommy Dillon now choking Danny Missing out with the kendo stick. Why don't you go in and try and stop Tommy Dillon from this attack?
I'm not stopping Eggman.
You're the one that's cleared. I'm not. Like, you need to get in there and like separate them. But Tommy Dillon is literally just
We got to get someone out of here.
absolutely destroying Danny Missing the night before WrestleBration, the night before the Hardcore Championship match between themselves. Tommy Dillon is just absolutely demolishing and taking out Danny Missing.
Could this be the scene that we see?
Tommy Dillon stands tall over Danny Missing, clearing everything out of the middle of the ring, dragging the lifeless body.
He's going to hit that Tommy bomb.
Of Danny Missing. Indeed he does. Hits the Tommy bomb indeed.
Danny's a mess.
But what a sight. Tommy Dillon has taken out Danny Missing. Stands over tall. WrestleBration 16 tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for tonight on Friday Night Showdown. Could this be the sight tomorrow night on WrestleBration 16?
Tommy Dillon walking out with the Hardcore Championship in hand.
Indeed.
Danny left a broken mess in the middle of the ring.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for tonight on Friday Night Showdown. We will see you all tomorrow night for WrestleBration 16.